So we're Joy Quilts. We're a small digital quilting studio in Ardrossan, Alberta, just outside Edmonton. We're an independent business. We have a website, joyquilts.com. We're not sponsored by anybody. We use Bernina equipment. It's a Bernina Q24 on a 12-foot frame. And that comes, of course, with the Art&Stitch software. And we do digital quilting for people, for everybody. Anyway, so what I've done is we have programmed this entire quilt in, and I've set the machine at a particular point in the last row that was pre-chosen. So now what we're going to do is load the design and let it stitch across. This design is small enough that we're going to be able to do 2 rows in one pass, which is always ideal because then it takes less time for setup and thread cutting, etc. So what it's doing now, it's loading the design, remembering the position it was in last, and now it's asking if this is what we want it to do. And of course it is. So now it's going to move to the first stitch of the next row. And then it's going to ask us to pull the bobbin thread up, and then it's going to start to stitch. So this is pre-programmed in. What you do is you take the size of your quilt and the space that you have to work in, and then you program that many rows into it. We leave about 3/4 of an inch on the top and bottom, 3/4 of an inch on each side, and that way the design just nests nicely into the binding. Quilts are never 100% square, so that gives you a little bit of margin for error as well. By choosing that point on the last row, that tells the machine where to start stitching, and it'll nest really nicely into the previous row. We set the safe area, which is the upper left-hand corner of the quilt top and the bottom right-hand corner, and that tells the machine where it's safe to stitch, and then we just drop the pattern in that safe area, and the machine finds its way, and away it goes. It has an X and Y axis. There are 2 belts, one going on the machine forwards and backwards, and one the length of the frame.